Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to beautiful QUARTZSITE, Arizona. It is the 25th of November, 2024. It's 6:30 a.m., and I have a weather report for you. Here, out in La Posa South, it's 50 degrees, and it doesn't agree with me, though, on the Weather Channel. The Weather Channel says it's 48 degrees, so actually today it's kind of flipped where it's a little warmer. It's warmer here than in town. So today's high will be 76 degrees, a low of 55. Sunny skies. Tomorrow starts a streak of partly cloudy skies. Temperature 79, 74, 69, and 67 over the next 4 days. Lows 58, 49, 46, and 46. The other critical thing that we look at is wind speed. And today on Monday, the wind speed will max at 4 miles per hour. Tomorrow it'll max in the afternoon at 11 miles per hour. Then Wednesday, we're back down to a high of, looks like 7. No. Wrong. 10, 12, 13. Sorry, Wednesday's 13. I was looking in the wrong place. Thursday, looks like the high speed is 8 miles per hour. These are mild winds for the desert, not a problem. It's when you get up, close to 20 that it can be uncomfortable during the day. But it's, you can do wind blocks, you can do all kinds of things. But these are pretty ideal conditions for QUARTZSITE. So now we're going to get reading all of your comments. And Glenn D 9527 says on the sampling of QUARTZSITE resources, which was just kind of my friend Cheryl and I went on a run into QUARTZSITE to a bunch of different places we needed to go, and I took you guys with me. You do such a great job of pointing places out and naming some of the major roads, describing what the building looks like, which side of the road they're on. Even though I've never been there, I feel like I could safely navigate my way to a few of those places to pick up supplies. Great job. Are there any traders and sellers setting up booths and tents yet, or is it still too early? No, there are plenty. It's more every day. There's plenty. So QUARTZSITE 1 a.m. visitor. That's a fox that was on my game camera back in the wash near where I am. I never knew their tail was so big. Yeah, the big bushy tails. Renee, that was Chris PH 9KF. And Renee Slater says, on the same video, says, I love seeing wildlife. When we were at an Imperial Dam last winter, we would hear the coyotes howling. They say everyone hears them here except for me. I don't hear howling. It's pretty soundproof. It's really a good soundproof little trailer, my Winnebago. And I don't hear stuff outside. I just don't. Pup Camper, that's Cheryl. She was on this video. She said, I am told the annex post office is over by the police department, but it's not very well marked. Okay. There's some people that they have overflow post office boxes and they're in the annex, and there are no services at the annex, but people have boxes there they can go at. And M. Campbell says on the 1 a.m. visitor, he's a fox, because in the video you might notice I say, it's a coyote, and she corrects me right away. And I realized she was right. So I changed the title. And she further says it's either a gray fox or a kit fox. Without size reference, it's difficult to determine which, but the ear is more like a kit. It's important to you that if it's important to you, you can place something of a known size in the camera field, a measured stick, or even a rock to get a size reference. Not important to me, but good tip for getting the size of things on the camera. Sampling video. Nancy Lowe says, I use patties for propane. Great prices, so very nice. Drive through. Ken Gray, game cameras are lots of fun to have. They sure are. The positive news video was 17-year-old lawyer, young lady. Ken says, looks like they both know how to achieve their goals. He means her older brother, who's only a little older, is a lawyer too, at less than 18. The Mad Camper, Rob, that was long on the sampling video. That was long, but I enjoyed it. The conversations, pricing, dog food ideas, and driving were all interesting. I've left it on in the background and just listened. So yeah, good job and thanks per usual. That's the Mad Camper. Marcel only say had a senior moment. I guess I don't remember what it was. I had a senior moment about my senior moment. Over for now. Kenny's Discount is open again and has a dollar store in the back. Kenny is ill, so someone else is running it. There's lots of dog and cat food, healthy food. My cat loves it. Here's another discount store. There's another discount store. He means grocery store, grocery liquidators over by KB Tools. Well, thank you for that. That was on 10 things you didn't know about RVing and QUARTZSITE. And he, number 11, maybe 12 too. Nancy Menderos, QUARTZSITE, did it knock over anything? Just tiptoeing around maybe. And I said, well, she's mistaken in thinking that's right where I'm living. That's a game camera that's out away from me. So the Fox wasn't really all that near me. Over for now. On my QUARTZSITE living for RV living for beginners. It was quite a while ago. He's got 2 comments here. He or she has 2 comments. Comment 1. Hi, everyone. There's 2 different discount stores with all kinds of stuff. Lots of dog and cat food. It's all good stuff from places like Costco. Some is a little outdated, but most is good. Kenny has a dollar only store in the back. Kenny is sick, so someone else is running it. Second is, there's 3. So second one is save your pennies all year so you have the fees to pay or bring a check. They don't take credit cards. And they only take, he's talking about the LTVA permit, and they take checks or exact change cash. Over for now. Bread 3 healthy loaves for $5 at discount liquidators. Yeah, it's a good price, right? It's a fancy bread. Robin Rappaport on the sampling video. This is my 3rd year here, and I enjoy you pointing out places I haven't gone to yet. In one of your videos, you mentioned you went to a place that had a lot of kitchen items, but I don't remember the name. It's K&K Kitchen. I'm sure would like to know. Thank you. Oh, you went right by their excellent potato salad with the bacon in it. You need to try. So that kitchen place, if you go to Tyson Wells on Kuhn Street, and you see that iconic sign for Tyson Wells over the game store, kitchen place right across the road. Can't miss it. Pat Mullen, Rob, I think the beard in a red suit and a pair of antlers for Dottie, that would make a great Christmas card. I'm doing a beard, guys. I'm growing out a beard, and it looks pretty white so far. Ho, ho, ho. Marcel only, my take on rattlers. The smaller, the more dangerous in temperament. Big ones, not as bad. Worked in desert in 65, New Mexico for BLM. Yeah, people ask about snakes, rattlesnakes all the time, and I've never seen one here. 4th year here, never seen one. But people around here see them. Mostly early in the season and late in the season when it's warmer. You don't hear about many sightings like from November through January, but they happen. It's the desert. Got to be careful. Marcel, again, okay, thanks for that, Blue Boy. Couple Science on heating my RV boondocking in QUARTZSITE. She says, very cool. And I responded, well, actually very warm. Just a little joke. That's Kathleen, my friend Kathleen. Pete Diaz, great wildlife sighting on your game camera. Thanks, Pete. And Lillian Baker, hi, TWD. And I had to think about that. What the heck's TWD? Travels with Dottie. I've been nicknamed. I recently discovered your videos and find them to be very sensible and positive. I'm hoping to follow your lead in 3.5 years. I've been researching for about a year after I accidentally discovered Bob Wells. He made me believe I could live my dream, a dream being a Newfoundlander I never thought would ever be possible. I don't want to live in a van, but your setup is exactly what I was thinking. My brother is advising I get a 5th wheel as it will be my permanent home while in Canada and Arizona, but I like your setup better. I've since moved to Alberta, which makes It's so much easier than driving to Newfoundland. I'll bet. Keep those videos coming as they're helpful beyond measure to me. And I responded and said, hey, here's a video of Bob Wells and I featuring my trailer and setup. And I gave her a link to look at that Bob Wells video. It's had a lot of views. A lot more views than any video I've done, that's for sure. But it's Bob giving a tour of my rig and interviewing me. So RV Life on your comments. I've been watching Eric for years. I think it's a shame people find the need to comment negatively about others. Glad to know you're so positive. Well, thanks, RV Life. Philip Williams. Man, you would figure they'd have a filtration system for that water. From most videos, I've watched them recommend the water for showering, toilet, and training. Buy water to drink has been recommended. I've run, and I responded here, I've run 2 separate tests. And it may be the copper reading on the first one where I said the copper was like, wow, off the scale, was an anomaly. It looks like but we'll do more tests to figure it out. But the second test, the copper looked normal. So, but the sodium was still way high. I knew, and it's the whole reason I did this. I knew the saline content was really high in this water at the LTVA. Philip Williams says, I watch your channel and Got Out, which is another YouTube channel, when the vids come out. Elwood, Rob, thank you for the great video and information and lay of the land, etc. I look forward to watching your video about the RV store. Awesome. Have a nice day. I've done multiple videos on the RV store, but the video that I mentioned earlier about how I heat my RV, that's all about the RV store, and it's in the RV store. It's got how many views now? It's like I got to tell you guys every day, because I continue to look and go, oh my gosh. So and every time I look, I have to flip further down because it was longer ago. So right now we are at 21,888 views. So my friend, it's called Heating My RV, Boondocking, and QUARTZSITE, and it's all about the RV store. I'm looking, Ronald Palmer. Any relation to Arnold? Just kidding. I am looking for information on things to be ready for camping there. I was going to buy the $180 not online, as I don't want to get there and find they raised it to $600. I would say I would faint from shock if they raised the price to $600 this year in the middle of the season. They just wouldn't do it. If they're going to do it, they'll do it next year. So don't worry. But buying it online can't hurt. I think there's an extra fee to do that, but I don't think it's much. $5, something like that. Froggus. What is the difference between a skunk and a lawyer? If you see a skunk lying in the road, you swerve to avoid it. Okay, so this is my positive news video about a wonderful 17-year-old that got through law school and passed the bar, and is the youngest person to ever pass the bar in California. It's a wonderful, touching story to me, and this comment just slaps that in the face. So here's a good example of the kind of comment that will get, for whoever Froggas is welcome to watch my channel, but they're no longer going to be welcome to make comments. It's an insult to that young woman. I hope you guys see that. Let's see. So how that works is he will see his comment, but you and I won't. And he can make he or she can make further comments, and we won't see those comments, but they will. The only way you can tell you're blocked from comments is to log on or go on to the video without logging into your account and look and see if your comment's there. If it's not, the YouTube provider has blocked you from the channel. Chances are because you've said something that is not in alignment with the channel. Let's put it that way. I'm looking, Ronald, let's see, Philip Williams. My problem is I can be sarcastic. That's my bad thing, I guess I'd say. But it's usually said in a way to be funny and not cutting. At least I try. I'm a guy who has no real filter, as they say. I'm a pretty straightforward type person. I'm not into drama either. Great. Well, sarcasm, I think, is fine, unless it crosses the line here. But I've seen, Philip, I've seen you a lot of comments. I don't see that happening. Philip also says, gotta love a hardware store that sells alcohol. It is kind of funny. That's Big Market. And Big Market's not really a market. It's a hardware store, but it's got liquor and a little bit of food. But it's mostly a heavy-duty hardware store. I used to go to the laundromat that sold beer on tap. Loved it. Affectionate Aardvark. One of my favorite screen names or YouTube names. Haha, I recognize you. This is on sampling. I recognize you were talking about AP and his son. That's Amagaset Press. That's a YouTube channel. And Watching the Watchman. That's his son. I noticed he got kind of quiet when she brought up abortion rights. If you haven't stumbled, I just, you know, abortion rights are so tied to politics. It's a politics-free zone here. If you haven't stumbled, but really, abortion rights is it is at its very core is an ethical and moral issue, right? That's what kind of issue it really is, and it spills into religion, it spills into politics, legal, all kinds of things, and it's not a topic that I'm interested in pursuing on my channel at all. Not that it's not important. I think it is, just not here. If you haven't stumbled on Honor Your Oath, he's got a real great First Amendment channel. Thanks for letting me hang out with you. I just let it run while I was on a project. That's great. A lot of people, you know, my feelings aren't hurt if you just listen to the audio and you don't see what's on the screen. That's, heck, I do that too. Oh, another one from Affectionate Aardvark. Talking about going to Mexico, something I haven't heard much about is how people should have their passport if they're going to come to Quartzsite. This belongs on a list of things you might not have thought about if you're planning on a season in Quartzsite. That's a great idea. You'll probably, if you're here for any length of time, you'll hear about going to Algodones. It's a border town catering to people like us, RVers, that want inexpensive things, inexpensive dental, inexpensive pharmacy, inexpensive glasses like these. These are great prescription glasses. I love them. They probably cost me $100. And the preferred way to get back into, you can go into Mexico and they don't want to see ID or anything. You just wave, hey, give us your money. On the way back, they're a little bit more serious. And the requirement is a passport or the passport ID card. Now, people go across all the time with driver's licenses. And all I hear about that is that they're always told, bring a passport next time. You need to have a passport. But they don't keep people out of the country with driver's licenses or birth certificates. But if you go to the official website, it says passport card or passport. I have a passport card. They don't blink. Philip Williams. I watch Amagaset Press for First Amendment auditor videos. He runs around the country with his son. I find them fascinating. I think Amagaset Press guy has that New York accent. That's what gets him into trouble. He sounds terse many times. Ken Gray says, good trip and nice discussion at the end there. Reverend Thomas Troxel on my comments video. Can't wait for when we visit QUARTZSITE next season, even if they raise their fees to $600. Me too. I mean, if they raise it to $600, I'm not happy, but I'm coming back. You don't hear that a lot. People are pretty angry. Okay, Ken Gray says, I'm glad I reminded you we wanted to test the water. Caution for all. Can you test the water after it goes through the Berkey filter? I said, sure, if I had one. And he says, doesn't Sally? Now, it takes a little explanation. Sally's a friend of mine, and I do videos with her when we're around in the same place together, like this summer. But then I went my way, she went her way. So my answer to him was, sure, She has one 3,000 miles away. She's the other end of the country. So, let's see. Leona Rosales. Great idea testing the drinking water. Is that water from the ground directly, or is it shipped in or pipes? I'd be interested to see if your results fluctuate, highs and lows at different dates. Not asking you to do extra work to find out, but I was thinking a simple list or spreadsheet could show that. It was good to see you doing this, as I was wondering about the potable water. I've heard from other channels not to drink or at least filter the water at LTVAs. Thanks for doing the testing. And I'm saying it's well water, and it's from the big aquifer that's here in La Paz County. If that answers that question. And I will be doing other days, and I will be doing a summary where I'll do a whole separate video. I doubt it'll get much interest, but I'm going to do it anyway because it interests me. You'll notice I do videos on things that interest me, not things that make good videos. You know, people will say, hey, you should go to such and such an event and do a video. I'm like, I'm not going there to do a video. If I want to go there, I might do a video, but I'm not going to go for the purpose of making a video that'll get views. It's not happening. Ken, great. Glad there's a way for an electric bike to get to town without using the highway. Yeah, you don't want to use the highway. You do. I'm telling you, if you're here, do not ride your bike on 95. And I'd say, do not walk on 95. There's little tiny shoulders, and people are killed. It's high speed. Don't do it. If you want to go along 95, all the way up 95 under the power lines, there's a dirt service road. Walk on that if you must. But from down here, La Posa South into town, if you go across 95 into La Posa Tyson Wash, you'll run into a north to south dirt road. It's not marked, but it's Old Yuma Road. Make a right on that road, and it'll take you right into Tyson Wells. Right into town. Beard. I'm not qualified to say one or the other because I've had mine for 10 years now. I was asking people, should I grow out the beard? I wonder if I grow the beard out, people will stop recognizing Travels with Dottie in town. We'll see. Maritime Unprepared. I've become a huge fan of my Chinese diesel heater. It's dry heat and doesn't use a ton of electricity. And I say that's great. I'm heating my RV boondocking. It's the one major boondocking way of heating that I've never tried. So I didn't include it because all I know is what people tell me about it and what I've seen, and I've heard lots of good things. I hear they take some maintenance, and you got to keep on top of the maintenance, but otherwise it could be a really, and the thing is, you got to drill a hole in your rig because you have to vent diesel heater. You got to have a vent built into it, so you have to have the vent going outside. You got to make a hole. I didn't want to make a hole. I'm kind of a wimp that way. Alexander, U.S. Army Ranger, and this is Alex from my video where I was going through on my e-bike, and I ran into Nomadic Fanatic, and I ran into Alex, a subscriber. Hi, Mr. Rob. This is Alex. It was a great pleasure running into you the other day. I hope to meet you again someday. If you ever have a meetup, my wife and I will make sure to attend. You, Ms. Dottie, and George have a great day. Well, thanks, Alex. And I'm probably going to have an informal meetup at the dog park sometime in January. Debbie, 5293, you're so welcome, and I enjoy being in QUARTZSITE with you and Dottie. All right, Debbie. And Alex, again, hi. Oh, it's a duplicate of his post. Robin Goff, I really enjoyed riding along with you today, Rob. Thanks for bringing us along. Hi, Dottie and George. I've seen people driving those ATV things around Utah where I live, in Washington. Okay. I know there's a Washington in Utah. Is that what but she abbreviated it WA, like the state. I'm a little confused. Oh, she means both around Utah and Washington. I don't think they should be allowed on the roads. Not sure why, but okay. Robert Ballard. Hi, Rob. This is a pretty cool catch on the game can. The coyote is very stealthy and smart. It turns out it's not really a coyote. Sorry about that. We have an unfortunate incident years ago when one came in our back. This is a good lesson if you're out here. One came over our backyard fence and took our small dog away. It taught us a very valuable lesson that even in the city, these things can happen. The coyote had to scale a 6-foot block wall to get in and out of our backyard. You're very wise to keep Dottie well within your sphere of control. A lot of people think, well, I'll let my little dog run around on a tether or in a fence in front of my rig and I'll stay inside. And you could, right out here in the LTVA, in the midst of everybody, during the day, you could come out and find your little dog is gone. Think about that. Here's something interesting. The game camera, I think I can connect to it from here. And we'll see, I'm going to see if we have a connection. If we had captured anything last night, it might be interesting. So this is what the app looks like, and it's connecting. It says joining. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. So it's joining the camera, and after a few minutes, it's going to ask me to connect to Wi-Fi. And I join the Wi-Fi. So it's over 100 feet away back there in the wash. I'm far enough away from the wash here, so I don't have to worry about little critters crawling into my engine compartment of my truck and chewing my wires. It's not connected yet. Oh, there it is. Okay. So there it shows the view, and I'll go into gallery and see if it picked up anything last night. And it looks like it did. Now, I don't know whether this was the fox this time. I'm going to have to download it. Confirm. Download media. It ran by really fast. And I'm going to have to defer to M. Campbell to tell me what this was. So let's go. I downloaded it to my phone, photos, and we will, boy, it's really fast. All right, this is really hard to do because it's just right in the very beginning of the clip. There. To me, that looks... Hang on. Let's see if we can get the glare off there. To me, that looks more coyote than fox. But M. Campbell, comment on here. Fox or coyote? Okay. If you like Oregon, I have a couple cool videos you could check out. They're not very long, so maybe I will do more. I'll check out your channel when I get a chance later today. This is Wisdom in the Woods. And Tommy, have you tried one of those strips on a bottled water? No, good idea. Good idea for control. Excellent idea. So when I do the video, I'll go, this is what a bottled water looks like that we all are pretty sure is safe. Pizza on the pizza run in QUARTZSITE, that got 2,000 or 3,000 views, and all it was is me driving up and picking up a pizza. Thanks, I just ate. Now I'm hungry again after seeing that awesome pizza. Enjoy y'all. That Silver Falcon 460. And Naj, hey Rob, Dottie, and George. I don't understand how people can aggressively dislike someone they have not met in person. If they don't like a specific YouTuber, then don't watch them. No need to threaten someone else because they're associated with the YouTube you don't like. That's so childish. Grow up and get a real life. Choose to be happy and kind. Big hug to Dottie and George. What she's referring to is, I wouldn't claim that Nomadic Eric Jacobs, Nomadic Fanatic, is any kind of close friend. I would say he's at this point a little more than an acquaintance. We have common friends and have been around each other last year and this year. We know each other's names, and I like the guy. I like his channel, and I like the guy personally. And some people don't. He's got a huge channel. If you don't know him, it's Nomadic Fanatic, and he's got close to 250,000 followers, and he's got a dedicated group of, I just call them haters, trolls. And I got a comment from someone where I ran into Eric while I was riding my bike, and I said hi, and I asked him, can I put you on the camera? Can I put you on my video? And he said, sure. And this person said, hey, if I see Nomadic Fanatic, I'm going to, on your channel, I'm going to unsubscribe. And I said, please do. Please unsubscribe. That kind of attitude and that kind of thinking is not welcome here. There's actually a couple channels, I think, dedicated to vitriol about Nomadic Fanatic, and it's all about hearsay, and it's just it makes me feel awful that people do that, and there are people that don't like me. There's a channel where a very popular channel where I've been talked about very negatively, and it's hurtful. But if you're going to do a YouTube channel and you want to make it successful, that's going to come along with it. But I won't tolerate it on my channel. Pete Kiefer, what fun you will have with that. That's the camera. The game camera. These Amazing Places is the name of this guy's channel. This is my first time on your channel. I'm 61, own a house in Florida, and I'm still raising a granddaughter. I really enjoy your calm demeanor in this video. I have subscribed. Well, thank you. Welcome aboard. Naj, so cute. It's the 1 a.m. visitor. Tommy, on the comments, let it grow. Oh, the beard. I was like, what does he mean, let it grow? Let it grow. He's saying grow the beard, because I'm pretty sure Tommy has a beard. Durango, hi, I'm Brian, new subscriber, and wow, these are excellent tips. Now, this is a video from May called RV Life Fear, Losing My Wallet and Keys. I talk about how I live in fear of losing my wallet or losing my keys. And after I did this just recently, I'm having another senior moment. What is that channel's? Okay, this is going to drive me crazy. This is a guy that does a video every single day, and I watch every single one of his videos, so I'll just find the one that he did today. And it's on the tip of my tongue, and it's going to drive me crazy until I find it. And he hasn't uploaded yet today. I know it's early in the morning. How about if I go to my history? It'll be in there. Adam the Woo. Adam the Woo. Adam the Woo, he's a great channel. I just love it. And the channel's called The Daily Woo. W-O-O. Here he is. There, the Daily Woo. Whoops. Sorry. There, the Daily Woo. Great channel. I mean, this guy's got 750,000 subscribers. Imagine the haters he's got. But he lost his wallet. And just before he was about to go on a trip to Alaska, and he barely cobbled together a way to make it work, because, you know, you lose your credit cards and stuff. It takes a week to get it replaced, and he didn't have a week. But he was able to get a driver's license, and he had one credit card that wasn't in his wallet, and a lot of stuff was prepaid with his old card. So he made it work. But, you know, in months before that, I'm talking about my solution. I don't have my wallet right here. I pull it out, but it's a wallet that has an Apple AirTag on it, and inside it has a little electronic card. So it's like I can't lose my wallet. So that's what he was. So let me read his comment after all that. Hi, I'm Brian, new subscriber. Wow, these are excellent tips. If it's okay, can I contact you for other questions, please? Thank you. Now, my answer to that is, I said, Brian, please check out my 11:25 comment video. That's this video. And I will read yours and answer your questions. Will be published around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, that goes for Brian and anybody else. You have questions, ask them in the comments. And I don't skip over comments. I read them all and I answer them all on this, what do we call this? A show every day. And I have every day, there's a comments show. So, you know, and they're in order of when they came in. So it starts, like today is 11:25, and it's videos from yesterday, starting when I finished the last one, which is about 6 in the morning Mountain Time. So these that I'm reading, like Brian's was 10 hours ago. So we're getting towards the end because that was pretty late at night last night. So let me finish. I just watched your mini Winnie video. Holy cow, you have lots of stuff. I know you think that's funny, but if you become a full-timer, you'll understand that you'll end up with lots of stuff in your rig, and it looks like lots of stuff because you're in a small space. But if you were to take all that stuff out of my rig and put it in a house, it would seem like you don't have any stuff. I saw your beautiful Dottie and George pets are so loyal and great friends to have around. I tell you, all the devices you have, knowing how they work is amazing, impressive. I understand I'm getting older and it's a challenge. Your RV is small, yet you make it work. Your bunk beds I cracked up seeing full of stuff. Again, that's why I bought the bunk model, so I could use those bunk beds for storage. Took the mattresses out, put in things with big drawers in it, then their bins. I have a generator in there, propane storage, all kinds of stuff in there. Did you ever wish you had maybe a 24-foot or bigger? I had a 27-footer, and I deliberately downgraded to 21. So that'll answer that question. Anyway, I'm going to binge watch your videos, and thank you in advance. You're also using a drone as you're walking. Yeah, it's I call it a flying selfie stick, just because this isn't a drone that I fly up in the air over people. It's a drone that flies 5 feet from me at eye level and has a camera pointing at me. So what else are you? I think that's it for him. And there is another, I got another one here, another video from last night. Naj, only 9 hours ago, which was my time, was like 11 p.m. Thanks for the ride to town, Rob. I enjoyed our time shopping. Big hug to Jotty and George. We'll reload it, see if there's anything else out there. There isn't. That'll be the end of today's comment video. I hope you enjoyed it. And remember, comment on the videos. If you comment, you're going to hear me talk about it, or at least read it. You'll notice sometimes there are ones that you just read and there's not much to say. Sometimes I'll read your comment and I'll go off for 10 minutes. You just can't tell. You can't tell. But I appreciate you watching this video and every other video I have. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. See you on the next one.